Go for it. Show me what you need to do.
You need to get it about a steamy bathtub warm and about 1 cup of it.
Very good. Okay, bring it over here.
It's 1 cup exactly.
Awesome. Go ahead and pour it in that bowl. And you're sure it was pretty warm, like a warm, steamy bath?
Yes.
All right, use that thermometer. See if you got it about the right temperature.
Let's check.
Perfect.
You first need a 1 teaspoon measuring spoon.
Good.
And to get 2 teaspoons of sugar, flatten it out to level, and pour it in your water. Or do the exact same thing with another spoon.
Yeah.
And you pour this amount in, and then you stir it with any type of spatula, spoon. You can stir it with anything.
Nice. Give it a stir with something that's not your finger, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What does it mean when it's dissolved?
It means you can't see it anymore, and it's not exactly there, but there's still little particles.
Yes, you would be able to taste it if you wanted to.
Yes.
What do we put in now?
Now we put in the dry yeast. And then you put it in dry yeast, get it level, and pour it in. You do it again.
You need 2 of those?
Yep, 2. And now...
Very good. And what does it look like they're doing when you pour them in? Do they float?
Yes.
Okay.
They do float.
Now you need to let the yeast proof, which is showing that it's activated by starting to fluff up and foam until it has come to a complete soft foamy top on top of your water. All right, so you need 1 cup of flour.
You're gonna need about 1 cup of...
That's okay.
The flour, and take a butter knife or just scoop it till it's level, and then
Put it in there.
We put the flour in the yeast water.
And give it a stir.
Mm-hmm.
Give it a stir. Okay, you can set that measuring cup back in the flour for now because you want to stir that in all the way.
We'll get another one.
Good. Stick it on there.
And make it level and just floop it in.
And
stir.
All right, once the second cup is combined, it's going to be pretty stinking sticky. It's going to be really sticky. And so we're going to add 1 more cup of flour. Gavin's already got it scraped across the top, level. And you can actually take this and slide it off to the side because we're going to need that counter space right there. Okay, and go ahead and start giving that a good stir. It's going to get thicker and harder to stir it.
Ooh,
so that's why we were going to use this counter space. So we're going to use this to knead the dough, which is the last step of mixing it in. All right, so once it's all mixed in, that 3rd cup, you see that some of it's still not mixing in. What we'll do then is we're going to take and turn that out onto the counter. Just all of it just goes on the counter. You can scrape the bits of flour, the dry flour, still off of the sides of the bowl. And this is where we're going to knead the bread. Kneading the bread is just mashing it and getting the rest of this flour that's all powdery into the dough. Okay, I'm going to let Gavin go ahead and take over on the kneading. Go for it. Knead it away. Mash it. There you go. Use the heels of your hand. There. Good job.
I'm an expert at this kind of stuff. I love Play-Doh.
Yeah, this is definitely kind of like a Play-Doh thing. Very
And we're making
similar.
real dough, so This isn't plain, it's actually edible.
There you go. Roll it over. All right, now tuck all the corners down and in underneath so that it's like a ball. Excellent. Ooh. Very nice. This is no longer sticky. Gavin has it kneaded so that it's nice and malleable but not sticky anymore to your hand. It should not stick to the counter either. I'm going to take a little bit of oil and I'm going to put it in this bowl and then take that ball of dough off the counter and roll it around in that oil. It's probably about, a tablespoon, maybe 2, not very much, just to coat the outside of that dough for when it's rising. Okay. And then we're going to cover it just with a towel or something over the top of it and set it in a nice warm place. Usually we put ours on our stove. I know some people don't have a stove to do that. So sometimes I will put my oven on to its lowest setting, let it preheat all the way up to it, which is 170 degrees for my oven. And then I'll turn it off. You do not want to put your dough in an oven that's at 170 degrees. It won't work to make it rise. It'll actually cook it. So turn it off and then let it sit in that oven with the door open with that towel over the top. And it's only a half an hour or so until it gets about double in size.
Is twice its height.
Like twice the size?
Yes.
Okay. The nice warm spot for how long? Do you remember? About a half an hour.
Yeah, about a half an hour.
Okay. So once it's risen, I'm going to let you go ahead and do it. Go ahead and push it down.
Smells delicious.
Now it's time to preheat the oven to 400 degrees. Ooh, it smells so good and it's nice and warm. And this is going to go, it's going to be awesome pizza crust for our family. We enjoy this. Again, this is another staple of our week. All right. Okay. Can you make it into a ball by folding it under like I showed you? Okay. Fold it, stretch it, and fold it this way.
So I'm making a bun by pulling the corners down to the bottom, pinching it, and then flattening it and kind of rolling it around to make it smooth.
Also check out our recipe to make homemade Costco chicken bakes. This is the same exact crust recipe that we just made today.